Hi guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. I thought I would bring you along with me as I do some household decorating for Christmas. It's probably going to take me several days, but I'm going to try and fit it into one video. Today I plan on starting with the Christmas tree. We've moved the tree around several times throughout the years that we've been in this house, but we've decided this year we're going to move that cabinet and put the tree there. I did purchase a new tree. We're tired of the one we've been using. It's gigantic and like really fat at the bottom. So we got a new smaller tree, I think. Once I get it put up, we'll see if it's actually smaller. And we're gonna see how it is with the decorations and everything. I haven't gotten all the way done yet. I mean, I'm just building it, but do you wanna see what happens when you start putting together Christmas trees in Washington State? It starts snowing. Okay, you guys, I'm done. It took me, I don't know, 3 hours. I don't think I can fit anything else on. My husband just walked in. I'm videoing him. You got a little bit of my husband too. That's all the snow we got. I really have no idea how this video is going to turn out. My plans have been to show you a little bit of my decorating and then do a day in my journal or two. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm not sure in what order I'm going to be putting the little bits and pieces of video that I've created. We'll see. My very first day, December 1st, I decorated our Christmas tree. We went and found a new one. And so here I am. You would have already seen this. So I took a picture, but I just printed it on printer paper. I had to mess with it a little bit. You know, I don't have a way of just printing photos. I can't figure it out on my husband's printer. So anyway, this is fine. We're going to do a little Christmas tree that is going to be a kind of a belly band for my picture to go behind. And we're going to start by gluing this down. And then we're going to glue our strips onto our Christmas tree. Now, I know you guys have seen these Christmas trees made before, but why try to fix what isn't broken? I figure my December daily needs one, and so that is what we're going to do. I cut out a triangle. I had these already cut out from the different strips that I have, scraps, and I just determined, you know, what to do based on what I had. And I had them all in order, but then I dropped everything. So let's see if I can get them back in order. And they're not, I didn't measure, I just kind of marked them and cut based on my marks. And then I took and I inked them with this ink. I love this ink. I use it at Christmas time. It lasts forever. It's kind of, I don't know, it's almost sticky. Anyway, Colorbox Metal Extra acid-free pigment ink. Gold Rush is the color. I don't know where you buy it. I found it at a yard sale a long time ago, so I do know that it lasts forever, so that's good. But I just kind of take what I'm inking with it and I just run it in it. Like, I don't use a dauber or anything, and I like the way it looks. So I think you'll see just a little bit of, as we put it all down, you'll see just a little bit of, you know, definition as we go. I didn't want to do dark ink around them all. I'm hoping if I just kind of have it come off the end a little bit, that I will have done the right amount. And we're just going to do it like this. I did use the same color a couple of times. There are only so many green. You don't have to do green. It's just what I wanted to do. I was putting it on a red and kind of a cream color background, so I thought, why not green? Sounds good to me. I was actually going to go downstairs. So I'm still working on decorating. Today is the 3rd, and I just have had so many things going on that I've done a little bit. And I was headed back down to do a little bit more and found my husband asleep on the couch downstairs taking a nap. So I was like, well, now what? So I decided to go ahead and put this first page together. Comes together pretty quickly when you have all the things cut out. So yeah, I kind of eyeballed how wide to do each one. And then to mimic my Christmas tree, I'm going to do some red ornaments. I had to run into town earlier and go to an appointment, so that's all done, and I don't think I have any other plans for the rest of the week, so I should be able to do some serious catch-up, and oh man, do I need to, you guys. So I get to use some of this fun glittery paper again for the star. It almost looks like one of those cakes that they used to show on TV all the time where somebody would jump out of the cake. So maybe Santa Claus is gonna jump out of the cake. I don't know. All right, so to make my, I don't know, tree belly band, we're just gonna put some glue there and some glue up at the top. I meant to write on my tag before starting the video, or my journaling card. That's all right. I'll show you it all and then I'll write on it. You guys, I wasn't going to show you what I was writing anyway, you know, just kind of saying what I did. And of course there would be room to put more. I have a set of stickers that I found at Goodwill quite a while ago. I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is just have them sticking off the page for each day. So for the 2nd, I will be adding a page here, and I will put page 2, or, you know, day number 2 on the other side of this tab. That's my plan. I don't want it to stick out too crazy far, so let's stick it in the journal. I did put this little ad for one of the places that I shop locally. I just thought it was perfect. And then on the back it says my Christmas list. So I plan on putting my Christmas list on this. So I thought that was a good place for that. And I mean, look at the colors. How could it be any better? Okay, a snap here, you guys. All right, so then when you close them, they come closer, you know, to the edge. So that's what I was trying to determine, how far. So when it's all the way, it looks like it goes about a 1/2 inch from the edge, so that's totally fine. I can put it wherever I want it and it'll be just fine. So I'm thinking maybe around there, 2 little bumps in, oops, lid's already off, or out, 2 little bumps out from the page. Where'd the lid go? I think I'll do it right around there. Now, when I'm done with the other side, I'm going to stitch all the way around. It will go through my little tab, but I'm okay with that. I just don't want to stitch it until this side is done, and then I'll stitch both sides, if you see what I'm saying. And then my picture goes right inside here. And I was thinking I wanted to do that before I decided what I wanted to do for a tab. I don't want to do the colors that are already here and here. Do I? No. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Let's see here. I have this, or I could go with nothing. Maybe I don't need anything coming off of it because I don't know if I have anything good for it. That's okay. I think we'll just do that. I'm like, hello, Stephanie. All right. Maybe we'll just... Oh, I need to put the balls on. Let's see who texted me to see if I need to look at that. No. All right. I don't want them to be like all jumbled up. So, and I only did so many of them. So let's kind of place them and then we'll glue them down. Oh, those are like all the same color in one spot, so that's not good. It takes me a long time to decorate my tree because, you know, and so then I sit there afterwards and I just look at it, and if something looks weird, I get up and fix it. So from the chair I normally sit in the living room, it's fine now, but I did have to get up a few times and switch things up a bit. Ooh, that's really coming out. A little bit more. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I could do something like this. Let's see. If I have it coming off the side up here, or I could just do a bow. Let's see if I just do a bow. Oh, come on now. If it's because I have people watching, right? I mean, I'm assuming. Maybe that's a bad assumption. Okay, Stephanie, that's ridiculous. It really should be enough to tie a bow. Really appreciate you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. And you watch now, I'll get it done and I won't like it. Well, if I like it anywhere, it's like up in the corner there. I think that's good. I, of course, don't have my hot glue gun on. I have to shorten this one so that this one makes sense. Oopsie. And cover up the little plate that I have hanging on my wall. Okay, that is a lot of glue. And I hope that it sets here in just a second so I can poke it back in. We'll see how it looks. Yeah, it's gonna move. Perfect. Okay, there is my first day of December. Hi guys, Christmas decorating day 2. So today I'm gonna work on my hutch. And oh goodness, I am trying to do both me and the hutch kind of at the same time. But I'm going to be taking pretty much all of that away and seeing if I can make it festive. I went into town just a little bit ago trying to find some garland that I don't think I have anything good to put up there, but what I was finding was too big. So I never know where to look. I think over there, everything was too fat. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to find something in everything I have to be able to fit these. They're about 6 inches deep, I think. Don't look at the dust. Anyway, so we're going to have to empty it all out. I think that what I'll do is put everything that's here in the shelves into my Christmas boxes. As I take things out, I can put these things in. So let's see what I come up with. Okay, I couldn't find any garland in anything that I have that I wanted to put up there. So this is what I ended up with. I don't think I have the best decorations. I'm kind of not a Christmas decoration buyer. Of course, I was able to fill the shelves, but not with anything that I thought was the best thing ever. I don't really do collections of things. I don't know. I need to go shopping. I did go a little bit, I looked around in Hobby Lobby, but when you see 100 of the same thing, it's like, well, it's not really original. I found that at a thrift store during the summer and I thought it was really cute. I found those last year at Christmas time and I thought they were cute. That's a water, you know, it turns on and sparkles and everything, but so does that one in the corner. All right, you guys, so my hutch is decorated. I have, like I said, I think I said, I've never done that before, to spend all that time. It took me forever getting everything off of it. However, I was able to dust it, so that was a good thing. All right, I have a huge mess downstairs. Every box is open. Oh my goodness, I have so much work ahead of me. I am going to be working on my December 2nd page now, and it's going to be about decorating the hutch. So what I was trying to do, here's a picture of my hutch all decorated. What I was trying to do was, or what I was hoping to do, was turn it into a cartoon. So I downloaded the Canva app, or I installed, I guess, the camera app on my Canva app on my computer. and tried to turn this image into a cartoon. I figured out what to do. However, the apps that you use within Canva to do it, if you're not paying for it, they only let you do one image a day. And since today literally is the first time I've ever tried doing something like this, I thought, well, I'll just see the different ways of turning it into a cartoon, the different cartoon styles, and I'll see which one I like best. Oh no, they don't let you do that. This is the page that I'm going to do today. They only let you do one image a day, one try. So there were like maybe 10 different ways of turning it into a cartoon. They let me try one. And I couldn't even really tell that it had been cartooned. And so I went to try another one. They're like, sorry, you used your 1 point for the day. If you want more, go buy some. Points, that is. I'm like, you know what? I don't even know if I'm going to like this yet. That's so frustrating to me. So what I did instead on Canva was, for the first time, I made an AI image and I told it to make a hutch. So it doesn't look like my hutch, but it's kind of, you know, it's wood, it's decorated, it's a hutch. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a little flippy. I did back it. I think what it created was really cute. I tried a couple different words and, you know, that worked out. I need to attach this page to this page, but first I need to attach this because it's going to be hidden inside. And so I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, that took me a really long time. I'm, you know, not a savvy technology girl, and so I was so proud of myself for being like, oh, okay, I figured it out. You know, I watched a few YouTube videos and all that. It's not like I figured it out without any help. And then they don't tell you, though, that you're going to get like one try. I'm just going to ink around the edges to cover up any bright white that might show. And I'm going to ink here. I'm going to have to do that on both sides. I'm trying not to do like tons of inking in this just because I don't feel like this paper needs it. But for that bright white to be showing through, I didn't want that. And I could have done this before turning on the camera, so I'm sorry about that. I wasn't thinking. Okay, so let's go ahead and we want to make sure that I'm doing the correct sides. All right. I think what I'll do is, well, I'm just going to go for it. A lot of times I like to do just a second. A lot of times I like to do the Fabri-Tac on such a big page, but it's, you know, a heavier paper, so I think it'll be just fine. My husband just called me, so I'll get this down and then I'll go see what he needed. Oh, I hope it doesn't dry before I can get it straight. But you know, it's probably gonna. So it glued down okay. That flips out. I need to make my punches on the side. Definitely want to make sure when you do something like this that you have things lined up the correct way so that something doesn't end up upside down on one side. Now, I don't feel like I have to reinforce again because that's pretty thick, but at the same time, it'll be cute. So why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I just add something else? I have this memory from my childhood, and it's so unclear, but there's such a feeling that goes along with it as well. And I'm not sure how much of it is real and how much of it is maybe memories put together almost. But I have this memory that whenever I hear this song, Silver and Gold, I think of the town I grew up in was tiny, you guys. There was nothing there, basically. I'm going to put, while I'm talking, I'm going to put these on. I'm just going to ink around the edges. There was no shopping. You know, there was a little grocery store. You could get your milk and your bread and a few, you know, odds and ends. You could buy stuff there, but it was crazy expensive, and really you went somewhere else for your groceries. And then there was a post office and, you know, just some basic little things. But it's one street, one block that there were some, you know, businesses on. But I remember there being something one Christmas that my mom took me into, like they had filled it up with stuff, Christmassy stuff, to go and shop through. And I don't know if it's, I think it's real. I think that really happened. I think it happened there. And I was so like struck by all of the fun Christmas things that you could buy. We didn't have a lot of those kinds of things, and I don't, you know, really think that we could afford a bunch of those kinds of things, but you know, it's always fun to look anyway. But I don't know, I have this memory of it, and it's a good memory. It's like nostalgic image in my head of something that I'm not even really sure happened, but I think it did. I do actually think I asked my mom about it one time and she said yes, but maybe I just thought to ask her and I didn't. Hard to remember. This is a button, and I cut the loop off the back of it, and I'm gonna stick it down with my glossy accents, which probably is not, it always dries in the nozzle. I think I say that every time I pull it out, but at least it, you know, it's pretty easy to get it going again. And I'll let that dry while I do the rest of the page. I might have to weigh it down because I don't think it's really sitting on there flat. So let me move a couple things out of my way. I'm just gonna sit, what? No, actually, I'm gonna put maybe one of these on it. Hopefully it's not, some of them are really, really hard to open and some of them aren't quite so bad. But I think it doesn't fit where I wanted it to. This one's giant. Probably snap it. Okay, we'll let that dry while I do the rest. All right, so what I was planning to do for the pocket is this, and I used one of my paper punches, and I will stitch around it. Excuse me. once that gets down there, it is hard to do anything about it. Okay, I'm gonna leave this loose down here. So I'll stitch around that, and then I have this little piece of, it was like a piece of stationery, and that is what I'm going to write on, and I'm gonna put that down in the pocket, like that. I'm gonna stitch, if I didn't say so, I'm gonna stitch around this as well. So I will be right back. It's all stitched around, and then I realized when I went over here to see how it looks that it's gonna cover up my hole, but that's okay. We'll fix it. I punched myself another thingy. Oh, there it is. It's up there. I thought I lost it already. So we'll just glue it down, punch the hole again, and put on another hole reinforcer. There's a little glue in it. And also a little stitching. Sometimes it doesn't, it'll pop right through the stitching, and sometimes it doesn't like to. Okay, it got it that time. Well, yeah. This particular part of the page is going to be very thick with hole punch reinforcers. Okay, I wrote down all about my day, and then I have the picture, which should be dry. This should be dry now. That can go in as well. I don't want it to be down so far that it gets stuck in my not quite dry glue. And then I also have, I'm going to raise this a little bit so that, let's see what I want to do. It's fine. I was going to say, so that's not making my flip out stick out, but I don't care. It's fine. I have my day 2 thing to put here somewhere. There it is. I have it all ready. Cute. I like it. I have some stickers I was thinking about putting on here maybe, but because the colors are really perfect. These, it's a graphic, is it? No. Yeah, graphic 45. But I don't really like the babies. That's not really my thing. But some of them are really cute, and I was wondering if any of them would go cute. Maybe a stamp or magical. Is it magical? Best wishes. Holly jolly. You know, like, that's cute, but yeah, there's supposed to be Baby New Year or something. I don't know. I don't know if I like that color on it. I mean, I like the color, but not, it doesn't look right. To from. It just doesn't go. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't as I keep on trying. Yeah, I'm just trying too hard. I'll use them on another page. All right, I don't know what's going to happen next. I did a little more decorating, but I don't know. Maybe you guys are sick of it. We'll see. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more to the video. You don't get to see my face this time. I have no makeup on. So all of the stockings were hung by the chimney with care. I've shown you my stockings before. I cross-stitched all of them, but I'll just show you real quick. Of course, the one in the center, I did not cross-stitch. And then that one isn't a cross stitch, it's a different kind of embroidery. I have my little Boyd's Bears. That one's not a Boyd's Bear, but it's cute. And some cute little Hobby Lobby things. I don't know if they still sell them, but they had them a couple years ago. For the most part, that is it, you guys. I got worn out yesterday. I finished decorating. Oh, there's just this table over here too. I got finished decorating yesterday and cleaned everything up. I was exhausted. Time to finish up this video. I have days 3 and 4 ready to go. I've already gotten the little thingies put on and I stitched around it. I had forgotten about stitching around the whole thing here. So I just did like a little faux stitching just to finish that off. And then this side is so dark that I didn't think stitching was really going to show up anyway. So on this page, we're going to be just doing a stocking, kind of a, I don't know, I guess it's a belly band. I found this stocking just, I typed in Christmas stocking free images and this came up. Okay, something just hit the floor. Okay, good, because I need this. And I found this and I thought it would be cute. So I just made it, you know, the size that I needed. And I think that'll be good. And it made it so that it was a little kind of fuzzy, not quite as clear as I wanted it to be. And so I took a few markers and did the best I could to outline around everything. The hardest part were these little circles. It's not great, I'm going to be honest, but it's fine. But really simple too, and I like that because goodness, this is taking me a while. So I just thought I would hot glue these down. This is like a little scrap is all I have left. And so I just thought it'd be cute to just hot glue them. I've put them in there on just a brad to hold it. I just turned my glue gun on, so hopefully it's warm enough. Ouch. Yeah, it's warm enough. Oh, yeah, it's coming out. Oops, didn't mean to get that much. Just push lightly. Okay. And then I took just some paper and layered it up. I stitched around it and added a little charm at the bottom, some stickers. And I thought that was really cute. And that just goes right under there like that. It tells about what I did that day. And then for the following day, which was yesterday for me, I did a lot of, work around the house, but decided to take a break as far as I just wanted to color. And I'm not going to say that I love this, but it took me enough time that I'm keeping it. And then I just wrote about my day on a tag that I glued underneath. So this is bigger than my journal. And so I'll just fold that up. I lined it with some more scrapbook paper that I thought didn't look too terrible. It isn't exactly the same size as the paper, but that's okay. So I inked around the paper to, just make it blend. And then, of course, as you can see, I stitched around the whole thing. So we're going to glue this down and put our hole punches in. We'll put our little day tab, which, you know what, I didn't. So I can't really, well, I'll show you in a second. Because of my tag coming out, I can't have my little day tab hanging off because then my tag wouldn't open. But that's okay, we'll take care of it. So do my best to kind of get the same amount of paper showing all the way around. So I used markers and crayons both. Yeah, I mean this, and then also it was hard to come up with colors to use because just red and green. So those are supposed to be gold, but it's not the best, but it's fine. I enjoyed doing it. So our tab, I'm going to do that last because I want to kind of line it up with the other one kind of just below it. Let me get the hot glue strings off of there. A little bit of Fabri-Tac is poking out and I don't want it to get stuck in my hole punch. I was looking before coming on here on Facebook, and it got stuck just like I didn't want it to. There's an estate sale near my house today, and I'm trying to decide whether or not I need any more stuff. As I'm going through and just being overwhelmed at my house right now, whenever I put out my Christmas decorations and take down other things, I start feeling like, oh, Stephanie, you need to get rid of some stuff. But when all the Christmas stuff is then put away in its place, it doesn't freak me out as much anymore. But that little feeling of being freaked out, I'm like, do I really need to go to an estate sale? Mostly the pictures, it just looks like a bunch of knickknacks. So, don't need that. I did see one thing that there would look like a bunch of beads in some drawers. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel later. I figured today I was going to start working on wrapping some presents because I always keep a list of everything I've purchased and its, cost, just to kind of know how much, spending has happened. Okay, super cute, super cute. So I want to kind of line up. I want it to be sticking out under so that we can see. So right around there is good. And I think we'll go So I'm just going to make a mark so I can kind of put it right back, hopefully in that area. And we're going to go to about here maybe with our glue. That looks close. But you know what? I still have to do number 4 for this. I saw a little glue sticking out there. Is that too far? I don't want that to be sticking out too far from the... No, it's fine. Let me grab my punch again. And here I was thinking I was all ready. That's fine. Very close to being ready. So number 4 is a square. And so I grabbed a round punch. I just want it to fit for sure. I have a couple of different... So this is what happens when you do yard sales and thrifting for your punches. They're never quite the same. This one's plenty big enough. So again, I'm going to do both sides of it. I'm going to run it on my gold ink because I like this gold ink so much. Cute. Glue them. We're going to glue them together. Hopefully I'm in frame. I'm having a hard time staying in frame in this video. I've noticed I've gone back and looked a little bit. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, cute. And I'm going to put it right there. So we'll go just below these little bumps, 2 bumps down. Okay, so all right, so there we are, you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a little bit of fun. I will see you soon. Bye.